Hi children. So today I am going to teach you characteristics of wave. Before going to teach about the characteristics of wave, in previous class I explained about electromagnetic radiation. You prepared electromagnetic radiation, increasing order of the wavelength and decreasing order of the frequency and energy. I explained about that. Have you prepared or not? Prepared, yes. If you are not prepared means prepare once and read all the concepts. Okay na children, andaru kuda chadavali aa yokka electromagnetic radiation. Shall we start the class? Okay. I am going to teach you characteristics of wave. So what are present in that characteristics of wave? So first, what is wave? So let us discuss about the wave and characteristics of wave. Characteristics of wave. So what is wave first? Wave is nothing but it is having crest and trough. Oka crest, oka trough, ee rendu unte danni wave antam. Where it is present? Where it is present, this is light has a particles and waves. So that's why here light travels in the form of waves like this. So this is the light travels in the form of wave direction. Here light has a waves. What is that? Here this is the crest and this is the trough. One crest, one trough is present. That is called as wave. From here to here, this is from here to here, this is from here to here, this is called as wave. Light travels in the form of wave direction. Light has a waves. The wave contains one crest and one trough. Light contains what? One crest and one trough. ఏదైనా లైట్ అనేది ఒక డైరెక్షన్లో మూవ్ అవుతున్నప్పుడు దాంట్లో వేవ్స్ ఉంటాయి, దాంట్లో పార్టికల్స్ ఉంటాయి. అయితే నేను వేవ్ గురించి డిస్కస్ చేస్తున్నాను కాబట్టి ఇదేమో క్రస్ట్, దిస్ ఈజ్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ క్రస్ట్, దిస్ ఈజ్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ ట్రఫ్. క్రస్ట్ అండ్ ట్రఫ్ ఈజ్ ప్రెజెంట్. సో దీన్ని ఏమంటాం అంటే వేవ్ అంటాం. వన్ క్రస్ట్, వన్ ట్రఫ్, దిస్ ఈజ్ వేవ్. One crest, one trough is present. This is called wave. So I am talking about the characteristics of wave. We have 6 types of characteristics of wave. First one is wavelength. First one is what? Wavelength. This is what? This is wave. This is now I am going to teach you wavelength. What is this? Wavelength. Okay na? In this, the distance between the two successive crests or troughs is called as wavelength. Here what is, this is the crest, this is crest and this is trough. This is what? Trough. One crest, one trough is present in the wave. Another wave also, here this is the crest, this is crest, this is what? Trough. The distance between the two successive crests or troughs is called as wave. Children, అర్థమవుతుందా? రెండు వేవ్స్ తీసుకుంటే దాంట్లో ఒక క్రెస్ట్కి మధ్య పక్కనే ఉండాలి. అది కూడా సక్సెసివ్ అంటే ఏంటంటే పక్కనే ఉండాలి. సక్సెసివ్ క్రెస్, ఈ డిస్టెన్స్ని మనం వేవ్ లెంత్ అంటాం. This distance is called as wave length. This is wave length. Lambda. Wavelength lambda. Okay, the distance between the two successive crests. And this is also the distance between the two successive troughs is also called as wavelength. So definition, okay. The distance between the two successive crests and troughs is called as wavelength. The distance between two successive crests and troughs is called as wavelength. So let us discuss about what are the units of wavelength. Units of wavelength. Wavelength, it is represented with lambda. It is represented with lambda. lambda units. 1 angstrom is equal to 10 power minus 10 meters. 1 angstrom is equal to how many meters? 10 power minus 10 meters. 1 nanometer is equal to 10 power minus 9 meters. 1 angstrom is equal to 10 power minus 10 meters. 1 nanometer is equal to 10 power minus 9 meters. Okay now children, let's next 1 picometer is equal to 10 power minus 12 meters. So these are the units of lambda. So lambda is measured in angstroms, nanometers and picometers. So these are the values. 1 angstrom is equal to 1 nanometer is equal to 1 picometer is equal to. So you can convert it into centimeters also. You can convert it into centimeters. So you know that 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. So you can substitute this 1 meter in this 1 angstrom. You can substitute this is in this also. You can substitute this is in this also. So then you will get the centimeters. 1 angstrom is equal to how much? 1 nanometer is equal to how much? 1 picometer is equal to how much? ఇది వేవ్ లెంత్ యొక్క డెఫినేషన్, యూనిట్స్, రిప్రజెంటేషన్, దాని యొక్క వాల్యూస్. అర్థమైందా? దిస్ ఈజ్ కాల్డ్ లాటిన్ వర్డ్, దిస్ ఈజ్ లాంబ్డా. యూ మే కాల్డ్ యాజ్ లాంబ్డా. దిస్ ఈజ్ లాంబ్డా. Lambda. Right, let's go to the next one. Second one is frequency. This is, you may call as, this is nu. This is called as what? Nu. Number of waves passed through a particular point in 1 second is called as frequency. Suppose light travels in the form of wave direction. How many waves are passed through a particular point in 1 second? Number of waves, how many waves pass through a particular point in 1 second? ఒక సెకండ్లో ఎన్ని వేవ్స్ ఒక పర్టికులర్ పాయింట్ దగ్గర ఫామ్ అవుతాయి? అది ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీ. ఏంటిది ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీ అంటే ఏంటి? ఒక సెకండ్లో ఎన్ని వేవ్స్ ఒక పర్టికులర్ పాయింట్ దగ్గర ఫామ్ అవుతాయి. నంబర్ ఆఫ్ వేవ్స్ పాస్ త్రూ ఏ పర్టికులర్ పాయింట్ in 1 second is called as frequency. So frequency is denoted by nu. It is Latin word, this is nu. This is nu. Number of waves pass through a particular point. 1 wave, 2 waves. So this is how many waves are passed through a particular point in 1 second is called as what? Frequency, nu. Okay. So here particular point 2 waves are formed, that is called as frequency. So units of frequency, that is you may call it as hertz or cycle per second, CPS, cycle per second, or you may call it as second inverse. So these are the characteristics of wave. How many I explained? One is wavelength, another one is frequency. అర్థమవుతుంది చిల్డ్రన్? రెండు క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్స్, వేవ్ యొక్క రెండు క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్స్ నేను ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేశాను. అది వేవ్ లెంత్, ఇంకోటి ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీ. మీరందరూ కూడా క్లాస్ని చాలా జాగ్రత్తగా వింటే కనుక నేనేం చెప్తున్నాను అనేది మీకు అర్థమవుద్ది. అటు ఒకవేళ నేను చెప్పేటప్పుడు కాన్సన్ట్రేషన్ చేయకపోవడం, లేకపోతే మీ ఇష్టం వచ్చినట్లుగా ఉండటం, అలా కనుక చేస్తే కనుక క్లాస్ అర్థం కాదనమాట. ప్రతి పాయింట్ కూడా ఒకసారి పరిశీలించండి. ఆ పాయింట్ని అసలు ఏంటి, వాట్ ఈజ్ వాట్ అనేది మీకు తెలుస్తుంది. అందరు కనుక నన్ను ఫాలో అవుతే పాయింట్ సబ్జెక్ట్ మీకు క్లియర్గా అర్థమవుతుంది. ఓకేనా? రైట్, లెట్స్ గో టు ద నెక్స్ట్ వన్. టైం పీరియడ్. నెక్స్ట్ థర్డ్ వన్ ఈజ్ వాట్ అమ్మా? టైం పీరియడ్. ఇట్ ఈస్ డినోటెడ్ బై capital T. So what is time period here? It is denoted by T. What is time period here? Time period, time taken by a wave that passed through a particular point in 1 second is called as time period. What is that time period here? Time taken by wave that pass through a particular point in 1 second is called as time period. T is equal to 1 by waves V. This is called as what? Time period. Okay, now next let's go to the fourth one. Velocity of the wave. What is velocity of the wave? Velocity of the wave is defined as the distance covered by a wave in 1 second is called as velocity. Okay, now distance covered by a wave. Distance covered by a wave. This is called as velocity of the wave. This is the fourth characteristics of the wave. Distance covered by a wave in 1 second. In 1 second. So that is called as velocity. Next one is amplitude. Amplitude. So height of the crest or depth of the trough is called as amplitude. Suppose if you take light travels in the form of wave direction. Light travels in the form of wave direction. Light travels in the form of wave direction. If you see the wave, this is the height of the crest. Height of the crest. Height of the crest. Or depth of the trough. That is called as amplitude. Height of the crest or depth of the trough is called as amplitude. Next one is wave number. Wave number is denoted by nu bar. Nu bar. That is nu bar. This is okay. So nu bar is equal to 1 by lambda formula. Reciprocal of the wavelength. This is what? Reciprocal of wavelength is called as reciprocal of wavelength. Children, reciprocal of wavelength is called as nu bar, wave number that is. Okay, reciprocal of wavelength, nu bar is equal to 1 by lambda. Nu bar is nothing but what? Wave number. That is equal to 1 by lambda. Reciprocal of wavelength is called as wave number. Right. This is units of wave number. Units of wave number. Nu bar. Nu bar. This is what you call, this is 1 by lambda. Lambda means what? You know that, angstroms. Angstroms means centimeters or meters. So I am taking meters. 1 by m. 1 by m means, so this is 1 by m because I have taken 1 angstrom is equal to 10 power minus 10 meters now. That's why here 1 by m. 1 by m means meter inverse. Nu bar. Nu bar is equal to what? Nu bar is equal to meter inverse. These are the characteristics of wave. So what I explained today? What I explained about today? Characteristics of wave. So what is the first one? Wavelength. Second one, frequency. Third one, time period. And fourth one, velocity. And fifth one, amplitude. And sixth one, wave number. These are the 4 characteristics of wave. Everyone should prepare these characteristics of wave. Andaru kuda ee concept ni clear ga నేర్చుకోవాలి. డెఫినేషన్స్ నేర్చుకోవాలి. ఫండమెంటల్స్, ఇవన్నీ కూడా ఫండమెంటల్స్. ఈ ఫండమెంటల్స్ రాకపోతే మీ క్లాస్ నెక్స్ట్ క్లాసెస్ ఏం చెప్తున్నావు అర్థం కాదు. దీని మీద ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఉన్నాయి. ఈ ఫార్ములాస్ మీద బేస్ చేసుకుని ఫార్ములాస్ ఉన్నాయి, వాటి ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఉన్నాయి. ఆ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ అన్ని కూడా మనం చేయాలి. ఎవరైతే బేసిక్స్ కూడా పర్ఫెక్ట్గా నేర్చుకుంటారో, అన్ని కాన్సెప్ట్స్ కానీ ఫార్ములాస్ కానీ ఇవన్నీ నేను చెప్పినవన్నీ నేర్చుకుంటారో వాళ్ళకి ఐఐటీలో కంపల్సరీగా ఏ క్వశ్చన్ ఇచ్చినా చేయగలరు. ఓకేనా? దిస్ ఈజ్ అబౌట్ ది క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్స్ ఆఫ్ వేవ్. సో థ్యాంక్ యూ చిల్డ్రన్, హ్యావ్ ఎ నైస్ డే.